Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Sam Marekasima and I'm a realtor here in New Jersey. And today I just wanted to do a quick market analysis on Clifton, New Jersey. This weekend I was out with one of my clients, showed her a few properties, and she did like and really love a property here in Clifton, New Jersey. So I have not put an offer in the market in Clifton this year. So I wanted to familiarize myself with the market and just see what's going on right now in the market. So that way, when I make my offer, it's competitive and I know exactly, I have an idea of what's going on right now in the market. So to do that, I'm actually going to use Garden State MLS, which is a multiple listing service here in New Jersey where you can get properties and information on properties and things like that. So what I really want to do is I want to look at really just the last 30 days. I want to see the houses that have closed in Clifton to get an idea of what's going on. Now, this isn't a perfect science because anything that you see that has closed, typically it takes about 60 days or anywhere from 45 to 90 days for a house to close. So the information on here is a little bit dated, so it's not giving you an exact snapshot of right at this very moment, but it does give me an idea of what was happening about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm actually going to input what I'm looking for. So Clifton is in Passaic County. I selected Clifton. I'm looking for just the sold properties. I'm only going to look back 1 month. Now, on top of this, I'm actually going to go look at the comps for the specific property that we're actually going to be putting an offer in on. But I just wanted to get a general idea of what the market is looking like in Clifton right now. So I only went back 1 month. Today is June 14th. So I only went back to May 14th just to see all the properties that have sold in Clifton in that time period in the last month. So when I do my search, it's going to tell me how many properties have sold, which also gives me an idea of what's going on. So in the past 30 days, there have been 56 properties that have closed on this MLS system. So I'm going to click on yes. I want to see all the homes. And the first thing I'm going to do here is it shows you, the address of the property, the listing price, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. I'm going to use that information when I'm doing my comps or my comparatives for the property. But this is just to get a general idea. Now, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change this right here, days on market. I'm going to click on this and then now it'll actually list it to how quickly or how fast the property was on the market. And the reason why I'm doing this, the property that I'm actually looking at has only been on the market for about 4 days. So I want to look and see what properties, how long they've been on the market, and then how much do they actually sell for based on being on the market that many days. So this particular property, we'll start right here, 77 Sperling. It was listed for 385. It actually sold for 410,000. So this property was about $25,000 over asking. It was on the market for 0 days. Here you want to look at this. The plus means that it went for more than what it was listed for. So as we go down this list right here, 6 days, 7 days, you see that literally everything that was on the market for 14 days or less has been sold over asking. Now, as we get down and down, this is also what I'm looking at. 14 days, the first time I'm seeing a property that did not go for asking, it's right here, and it was actually only 9,000 less than asking. It was on the market for 14 days. And there's another one right here, 10,000 under asking, 15 days. But for the most part, everything 14 days or 13 days and less has gone over asking. Now you're starting to see a little bit more and more and more. But even as we're coming down, most things are going for either what they asked or even still over asking. So what this tells you right now is if you're making an offer, even if you come down here to 41 days, it's still getting over asking. Typically, once you're at like 41, 50 days, you're going to see more negatives as far as going below the asking price. But then also, as the price increases, you'll start to see a little bit more less over asking because the price is already so high. But you're going to want to use this information to make a strong offer. So as we come back up, let's take a look here. Again, this property has only been on the market for 4 days, and they're asking for best and final tomorrow. So it's really going to be about 6 days on the market before we're making the offer. So just looking at this alone, I know that if I make an offer of what they're asking, my offer is probably not going to get accepted because just in the past month, everything that has closed within 13 days has all gone over asking. So let's take a look at some more specifics here. This one here, 74 Windsor, 7 days on the market, or 6 days on the market, 12,000 over asking. 20 Olga B Terrace, listed for 425, sold for 450, 25,000 over asking. Next one, 167 Ab Lane, listed for basically 550, sold for 575, 25 over asking. And then here in Ridgewood, 82 Ridgewood Road, about 400,000, 25,000 over asking. So just by looking at these alone, again, this isn't an exact science because, again, this is old data at this point. The market right now could be more or less going at a higher, at a lower pace right now. But from what I've seen in other areas, it's higher. You know, there's just not enough properties out there for all the demand for buyers, which is why everyone has to go in over asking because when you're dealing with a property, they're getting multiple offers, and you know, obviously, everyone who's selling the house is usually just going to take the higher offer. So you want to make sure that you're putting in an offer that is competitive and is in line with what the market is, what's happening with the market right now. So, for example, the property that I'm looking for, that I'm going to be putting an offer in on, is listed for 400,000. Knowing that and looking at this here, if I make an offer for 400,000, more than likely it's not going to get accepted because they're probably getting offers over asking. So that just kind of tells you what you have to do in the market, and I hope that gives you an idea. And I'm sure these are the conversations that you're having with your realtor as well when you're going into homes. So what I would advise or suggest to somebody is if you are trying to bid on a property that's only been on the market for 10 days and less, don't even like just go ahead and put the offer in over asking because all these properties that are actually being sold are going over asking. In a market like this, doesn't mean you can't get a house. It just means that to get the house, you're going to have to make a really strong offer and a really competitive offer. And you want to make sure that your offer stands out. And the way you're going to do that is by obviously go over asking. Now, I've seen some other things where people are waiving inspections and even waiving appraisals. Those are conversations you need to have with your realtor to see if that's something that you would even want to do or consider. But this is how people are buying homes in this market. You still can buy homes in this market, but you just need to be aware of exactly what's going on. So as we're looking at these, even 30 days out, you're still seeing that everything is going over asking, 40 days out over asking. My strategy would be for anybody who's looking to get a home right now in this particular market, if you're going to be making an offer on a property that's only been in the market for like a couple weeks, make sure that you're in line with what the market is telling you right now, which is you're going to have to go in over asking. Now, the other option would be to look at homes that have been on the market 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 days. Now, obviously, these homes are going to have certain issues, and that's why they haven't sold already, but you may actually be able to get them at asking or even below. So that's another strategy that you can use when you're looking to shop for homes. So, as I'm just going through these, I'm just looking at them real quick, and we can take a quick look at a couple just to see, why. Let's look at this one right here. So this one, 130 Abe Lane, listed for 500,000, actually went for 66,000 over asking. So I'm curious to see what's going on with this particular property that made it go so much over asking. Now, things that are going to factor in is, although a town is a town, there are different areas of a town that people think are more desirable or feel are more desirable. So in those areas, you may see things like this where things are going 50, 60 over asking. That's why you want to look at your comps, which is more localized for that particular property, to see what's going on in that specific area to give you a better idea of what you should be doing as far as making an offer. So this particular property, let's take a look at some of the pictures. It was taken in the winter, but as you can see, looks like it was pretty renovated. Very nice. And more than likely what happened with this property is they had a bunch of offers. As you can see, it's move-in ready, it's ready to go. And This was the offer that stood out, and this is the offer that accepted, and it was 66,000 over asking. So just want to keep that in mind as well. This property, and this is what you also want to look at, the listing date. This was actually listed in February, under contract in March, and then closed on May 17th. So about 2 months it took to close. That's why I said it's not an exact sign, because this is showing what was going on back in February or March when they actually went under contract. So even from March till now, the market could change drastically. So you always want to keep that in mind as well, when you're making your offers and things like that. So again, I just want to do a quick little review. Now I'm actually going to go in and do my comps for the particular property. But now I'm armed with this information, and I can use that, and I'm going to bring it to my client, and we'll discuss what they're comfortable making an offer for on this property. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, you can subscribe. I hope to be putting out more videos like this for you guys. I hope it was helpful. My tag for YouTube is MyRealtorSam, and my tag for Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, is MyRealtorSam as well. Please follow, like. Hopefully this was informational and helpful to you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.